Arkansas Storm Team.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm meteorologist Matt Peterson from Fox 16, along with meteorologist Kira Miner from KRK4 News. And we're breaking into your coverage this evening to tell you about another tornado warning, this time for Faulkner and Conway counties, going until 8 o'clock this evening. This is, again, a newest tornado warning. This cell, a couple of minutes ago, did have a tornado warning. It was expired at 7:30. And then the National Weather Service has now reissued our tornado warning for, again, Faulkner and Conway counties until 8 o'clock this evening. It is moving to the east and to the northeast at about 30 to 35 miles an hour. We're starting to see a little bit of a hook start to develop once again. We saw this when this cell originally initialized. It had a little bit of a spin to it. We started to see a little bit of a hook. It was tornado warned. That tornado warning expired again at 7:30, now reissued by the National Weather Service in Little Rock, because we're starting to again see a little bit of that hook come on through. And this is one more time until 8 o'clock this evening for about another 25 more minutes for Conway and Faulkner counties. This is for, you can see the Hill Creek area in there. You can see Arkansas Highway 9 right on the backside of that hook. It's moving, again, to the east-northeast at about 30 to 35 miles an hour. Kira, if you're able to, we can get a storm track on this to kind of show some of the towns that are in the way. You can see Republican right on the edge of our tornado warning box. You need to be getting into your safe place if you're in the Republican area. Now, Bethlehem, you are just north of our tornado warning box. But again, if you feel that you are unsafe, even though you're not in the tornado warning, I would definitely suggest getting to your safe spot. Kira, getting that on there, thank you so much. 740, we're going to see it around the Hill Creek area, Springfield, 746, 752 around Worcester, Greenbrier at 757, and Damascus just past 8 o'clock at 8:01. So again, a very wide range of areas where we're starting to see the possibility for this cell to go, moving very quickly at about 30 to 35 miles an hour. It is north of Conway. So everyone that, if you know anybody in the Conway area, you're not going to see any rain there. You're not going to even probably see this except for well off into the distance. So if you're at Toad Suck Days, while again, no immediate danger for you in Conway for Toad Suck Days, this is just north of Conway. So folks that are at that Toad Suck hang out, that celebration, you're not within this tornado warning. But again, just so folks do understand what's going on, this is just a little bit north. So here's Arkansas 92 in the Hill Creek area. That was our velocity image where we're starting to see the potential for maybe a little bit of broad rotation. Again, there's Arkansas 92, there's Hill Creek, and here is what we're watching for. There's that little bit of a hook echo, and then we're also seeing Cannon Valley Road there down to the south. That right now, not too much of a concern, but as you head up towards Springfield Road too, some very heavy rainfall there, possibly a little bit of even some hail falling with this system as it, again, travels right towards the Hill Creek area right now. Cypress Valley, you are just outside of our tornado warning box, but if you do feel that you are in danger, make sure that you're getting to your safe place. Just to reiterate some safety facts for everybody, you want to get to the lowest level of your house. You want to get down to the basement if you have one. Obviously, a tornado shelter is the best place to be, but the lowest level of your house and the most interior room of your house is where you want to be as well. You want to put as many walls in between yourself and the outside as you can, and you want to, maybe if you can take a mattress, you can take blankets, you can even use a bicycle helmet and cover yourself, because you can be possibly seeing things that are flying around because of gusty winds. Windows can break and that kind of thing, because we usually see hail with these events too, and there is the possibility for maybe a little bit of broken glass. So here's our velocity image, and you can see the Hill Creek area, again, Arkansas 92, and our rotation, again, relatively broad with this system currently. We could probably notice a little bit of green-red back and forth right there just south of Arkansas 92 and just to the east of Hill Creek. So if we're seeing any kind of rotation, it's most likely in that area. That's north of the Canny Valley Drive. And what we're going to be continuing to monitor is, as this moves further to the east, we're going to see if it moves maybe towards the Springfield area, and we're also watching it move again towards Springfield Road, Shawbridge Road, also also right now is kind of a little bit to the south of where we're seeing the rotation. Kira, you got some new information for us. What do you have?
I was just back at the NWS chat site, and they were still talking about a wall cloud and even the possibility of a funnel cloud. But this was about 7:28 this evening. So, of course, it is 7:40. This particular warning for northwestern Faulkner County and east central Conway County goes until 8 o'clock tonight. So I think that is probably why they have continued this until 8 o'clock. And again, that's for about 20 more minutes. Now, I just want to go over some things right here. Again, this is a severe thunderstorm. It's capable of producing a tornado located 7 miles northeast of Morrilton. It is moving east at 25 miles per hour. So again, we are looking at the possibility of a dollar-sized hail, also the possibility of a tornado. We haven't had any reports of anything confirmed, so that is good news. It's just radar indicated as of right now. However, some of the locations being impacted includes Worcester, Mallettown, Mount Olive, Twin Groves, Springfield, Bethlehem, and Hill Creek. And as Matt said, if you are in the path of this dangerous storm, Worcester, you definitely want to get to the lowest level of your house, get into your safe spot away from any windows. If you want to take in any mattresses, blankets to cover your head, that's the most important thing to protect is your head and your upper body. So that would be something to be doing right now as this severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado moves into your area very quickly. Again, it is moving off to the east at around 25 miles per hour.
Yeah, great. Thank you, Kira, for giving everybody, again, a really good overview of what we're seeing right now. We've put our reflectivity, our radar reflectivity in motion for everyone. You can now start to see that Hook has kind of started to redevelop a little bit. It's just around the Hill Creek area where we could possibly be seeing some of that rotation, maybe a little bit north of Hill Creek at this point. And it is moving 20, 25 miles an hour to the north and the east. So moving towards Highway 285, again, moving towards Faulkner County at this point. So right now we are still looking at it in Conway County, actually the heaviest part of this storm, but then we're also going to watch it move eastward then into Faulkner County. Kira, you know, it looks maybe like it's trying to get a little bit more organized. There is, as I've stopped the radar for everybody, I'll kind of circle where we could possibly see some of that hail and some of that stronger, that heavier rain.
Right.
Does it look like where we circle, would you agree it looks like we could get maybe some hail in that general area?
Yeah, definitely. Do we have the hail product that you can put on?
I know it was saying our hail. So here's our hail product.
Okay, so we could see the possibility of some ping pong or even some golf ball sized hail associated with this particular storm as it again moves off to the east at around 35 miles per hour. And again, this is for Conway and Faulkner County until 8 o'clock this evening. So we are going to be on air at least for the next 18 minutes tracking the storm with you so you can be on the safe side. And again, not only dealing with the threat for tornadoes, but also damaging winds and also some pretty large hail associated with this storm. Again, as it impacts areas just to the north, or I should say just to the east of Hill Creek. And we are looking at areas right around Springfield Road. And again, this is moving off to the east, and this warning goes until 8 o'clock. Matt, if you want to stop the radar and just put a track on this, just to show people what time the system will be arriving in their own backyards, just to give them a heads up. I know it was a beautiful day today after the clouds broke, so many people maybe even barbecuing outside. Just want to give them a heads up. Can we take down this super right here so I can read the times? Perfect. 7:54, again, that is in Worcester. 7:59 in Greenbrier. And again, that is moving off to the east at around 35 miles per hour. We are talking about the possibility of a tornado. We haven't had any confirmed reports, so that is some good news. Matt, do you have any new information?
Yeah, just taking a peek at the National Weather Service chat. They are still saying that spotters in the area of Hill Creek and in the area of this cell are continuing to report brief funnel clouds that are associated with this storm as it continues to move east. So while we're, again, not getting any confirmation of an actual tornado just north of I-40, our spotters are still seeing the potential for a funnel cloud associated with this cell, Kira.
Okay, well, it is 7:45, so this warning is still in effect for another 15 minutes. And again, that is for Conway County and Faulkner County until 8 o'clock this evening. So we're still going to be dealing with torrential downpours heading into your area. Just to the south of Bethlehem, you are on the southern edge of this storm, but we're also going to start to see heavier rains now moving into, looks like Republican. Greenbrier, you're not seeing anything right now. You're not in the warning. However, if this storm cell continues to hold together, that will be pushing into your area within the next little bit. So we're going to continue to track that over the next 15 minutes. Hopefully this warning will be expired as of 8 o'clock. I know the sun will be setting, so we really don't want to see any tornado warnings during the nighttime hours, because that's when it can get a little dangerous. So we're going to continue to track this. Right now, we are seeing the radar velocity, and we're still tracking this tornado warning again for Conway County, Faulkner County until 8 o'clock this evening, moving off to the east at around 35 miles per hour. Still looking at some broad rotation, Matt.
Yeah, I agree. I think where you actually were just pointing, Kira, right there along the Conway and Faulkner County border right now, it looks like that could possibly be where some of those spotters are maybe seeing a little bit of that rotation. Again, like you said, though, still looks like it's very broad at this point. I don't really think, and I don't know, you can let me know if you agree with me. I'm really not sure if we're seeing any true tightening of this system right now.
We're not seeing a tight couplet.
Yeah, at least I'm not, and I don't think you are either.
No.
But again, I think right there on the border where you were pointing just before you stepped off, I think that's probably where those spotters might be seeing that funnel.
Right. Okay. But yeah, just to be on the safe side, you know, tornado warning until 8 o'clock. So you definitely want to get into your safe zone if you are within this red box right here. So here you can see some torrential downpours. It looks like the core, the hail core is kind of diminished just a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if we were still seeing at least dollar-sized or half-dollar-sized hail with this particular storm. So can you zoom in a little bit closer? Do we have any towns located within this?
Yeah. I was just checking our chat one more time, because they did actually shrink the tornado warning a little bit, which is good news. But as we kind of zoom into where some of the heavier rain and maybe where that hail core is, this is what we're looking at, Kira. So there you can kind of see what folks are dealing with.
Right. So right around Springfield Road, you definitely want to take cover right now. Again, as this moves off to the east, can you zoom in a little bit closer? I'm having trouble reading this. Is this highway? Does it say 285?
I believe that is Highway 285, yes.
285, okay, so that is just to the west of 285. So if you are within this area, you definitely want to take shelter now. You do not want to be outdoors at this time. You want to be away from windows. Remember, you want to get to the lowest level of your house, whether it be your basement or even an interior closet or even a bathroom. No windows. That's something that you definitely want to stay away from. And also, you want to kind of protect your head. Blankets, mattresses, you name it. Again, this hasn't been a confirmed tornado. It is just radar indicated, but still taking this dangerous storm very serious as it moves into the area. And again, that is for Conway and Faulkner counties until 8 o'clock this evening. It's 7:47, so we're still looking at just a few more minutes, and we'll be on air staying with you until this warning is expired or it has been canceled. Matt?
Yeah, and we're going to let's put the hail product back up, and folks can kind of get an idea of what we're going to be possibly seeing hail-wise. Now, when Kira was talking earlier about a hail core, that's usually where you get the heaviest precipitation, you get the strongest updrafts, and that's where you possibly get some hail. So this is what we're showing you right there on the right-hand side of your screen, is where we're possibly seeing that hail core is just a little bit to the east of Hill Creek along Arkansas 92 between Hill Creek and Springfield, where we could possibly see some hail that's around the size of maybe an inch in diameter or so. So that's just about a $50, a little bit less than a $50 or so in size. Getting word from our producer that we have a picture from the Worcester area. Kira, if you want to talk about this, I'm not sure who this is from, but it looks like it could be a wall cloud that's a picture.
This is from Randy Reed. Do we have the location of this?
It's just from around the Worcester area, so it looks like that's a rotating wall cloud, or what could possibly be a rotating.
Or the lowering of the base.
Yeah, around the Worcester area. Now, Worcester itself is in the far eastern section, southeastern section of this tornado warning. So Worcester, actually down here, I've just circled it, is a little bit out of the path of this storm. But if you're in the Worcester area, you are in the tornado warning. You need to be in your safe spot. So that picture most likely being taken and looking there to the north and west towards Springfield, where this cell actually is.
Yeah, and Matt, just looking at the radar right now, like we've been talking about, you know, the last warning that we saw, there was a pronounced hook echo. Right now, it doesn't really look all that pronounced.
No, I agree. It looks like it is starting to become.
I mean, there's a little bit of an inflow notch right here, but I'm not really seeing anything prominent as we were just a little while ago.
No, definitely not. You're definitely correct there. That's some good news. That's good news for anyone that is worried about this storm. It's starting to become a little bit maybe disorganized,
right.
We'll call it.
And it's good news that we haven't had any confirmed reports. I know we've heard a few reports of funnel clouds being reported, but you know, the funnel cloud is a funnel cloud. It's not a tornado until it reaches the ground and starts kicking up debris. So that's some good news. Otherwise, again, this is a tornado warning in effect for 10 more minutes until 8 o'clock for Conway County and also for Faulkner County. So, but the good news is this is nowhere near Conway. I know a lot of people are outdoors tonight enjoying their night at Toad Suck Days, but it looks like that's going to be staying to the north of you. So that is good news. And again, just to reiterate, we are looking at that tornado warning. A tornado warn storm for Conway and Faulkner County until 8 o'clock tonight. And even over that last scan, you can see how that hook echo was pretty pronounced when we were tracking it about 30 minutes ago. And then you can see it just kind of weakening as it pushes off to the east at 35 miles per hour. And you can see that we're still dealing with a severe thunderstorm warning just as we head into the Greenbrier area. If this does redevelop, they may issue, NWS may reissue that tornado warning for an extended period of time.
And Kira, actually, I'm going to zoom out, and you can folks can kind of get an idea of where most of this heavy rain and these stronger cells are. Most of them are north of the Little Rock area. And on the Little Rock National Weather Service chat, what they were saying is in between the cell that's up north in portions of Searcy County and then also down in Faulkner and Conway County, they're keeping an eye on that area, and then they're also keeping an eye on what's going on in between our two severe thunderstorm warnings up in Searcy, and then also in Baxter County. They're looking to possibly have to issue another severe thunderstorm warning there. So right now, most of our precipitation, most of our heaviest rain, our strongest thunderstorm cells are, again, north of the Little Rock area and even north of Conway. So again, those folks in Conway, Toad Suck Days, probably not going to be interrupted by this. At least it doesn't look like it at this point. And we're going to continue to monitor our tornado warning, which does go for just about another 7 minutes or so. And it does look like the National Weather Service has also issued a severe thunderstorm warning. So they're anticipating to probably let our tornado warning expire at 8, but then they're also allowing this to still be a severe thunderstorm warning going a little bit further east towards the Greenbrier area, Linder, along US 65 back towards Guy, McGinty Town. That's where we could possibly start to see this be just a severe thunderstorm warning. As we take a look at what that severe thunderstorm warning, how long it lasts and where it is, again, till 8 o'clock as well. So that will be going for just about another 7 minutes, along with our tornado warning, which most likely will be set to expire around 8 o'clock too. So Kira, what did you get for us from the chat?
I just have an update. This just came out from the National Weather Service. I know we've been talking about that tornado warn cell, but we also have a severe thunderstorm warning for Searcy, northern Searcy County until 8:30. This was a severe thunderstorm. It was located over Point Peter, or 11 miles west of Marshall. Moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. And again, with this particular cell, you can expect half-dollar sized hail, which still can do quite a bit of damage to vehicles. So if you are going to be in the path of this storm, you may want to get into your cars and move them to safety, whether it be a carport or even a garage. Some of the locations impacted, that includes Marshall, Rush, Point Peter, Summit, Gilbert, Bruno, Yellville, Duff, Lion Hill, St. Joe, Evening Star, and looks like Mommy Crossing.
And there's our storm track for that cell, Kira, that you were just talking about. So there's a couple other times for people to look at. It looks about 7:56 around St. Joe, 7:59 for the Silver Hill area, just past 8 o'clock, right around 8:03 for Tomahawk, and then 8:24 around Big Flat. So again, this cell, like you said, very strong and potentially some very large hail, which can do some very big damage to sidings of your house, to your car, and it's something that people kind of forget about when we're concerned about tornado warnings.
Absolutely, and I'm just looking at the clock. It's 7:55 right now, so we do have 5 minutes to go with that tornado warning for Conway and Faulkner County. So we'll head back to radar right here and just see what is going on. And yeah, look at that storm is just shrinking as we speak. So that's some good news. So hopefully in about 5 minutes, this tornado warning will be expired for Conway and Faulkner counties.
It looks like we're getting a possible another picture coming in. So if we can pull that up. And again, this coming in from Morrilton, and it looks like it's maybe the potential for a funnel. Maybe it's a lowering of our cloud base, maybe a rotating wall cloud. Don't want to call this necessarily a tornado right now because of those trees are in the way.
The trees are definitely
so it kind of blocks the view if we're able to see if it's actually on the ground or not. But that picture from Morrilton shows that this system and this cell did have what looked to be a lowering funnel from time to time, and also again had that rotation, which was relatively broad. It tried to tighten up a little bit, but as this continues to travel eastward now towards Springfield, even a little bit getting past Springfield, but along Springfield Road, back up towards Republican, which will be the next spot that is going to be affected by this very heavy rain and most likely gusty winds and the potential, again, still for a tornado. Again, Republican now 8:05 is what we're looking at time-wise for this cell to get close to you. So moving through Springfield, along Springfield Road towards Arkansas 285, and then we can look for Republican to be hit with this cell right around 5 after 8.
All right, so it's 7:57 on the clock right now, and again, this tornado warning goes until 8 o'clock, so we have about 3 minutes to go. I've been checking with the National Weather Service chat site. We haven't seen any more reports. But hopefully this will be able to expire as of 8 o'clock. I'm hearing the printer going off right now, so let me just go ahead and grab this and see what's going on.
And it looks like we've got another picture that's come in, this one from the Opello area. So if we can pull that picture up, we can see what folks are seeing there. Once again, it looks for the most part like this is probably our best picture that we've gotten so far of what could possibly be a tornado within that tornado warned storm. You can see it in between the two trees kind of at the bottom of the screen. It is what looks to definitely be a lowering funnel. Now, it doesn't look like it's in contact with the ground at this point. So still wouldn't necessarily call this a tornado, but this is probably the most definitive picture so far that we've gotten of the potential for a lowering funnel. This coming in once again from the Opello area. Now, Opello wasn't necessarily in a portion of our tornado warning, so depending on which way they're looking, it'll be interesting to see where they were seeing that from and what they were looking at. But again, that picture coming in probably our best bet for what looks to be a lowering funnel from this system.
All right, well, 7:58 on the clock right now, so 2 minutes to go. Haven't gotten any word from the National Weather Service if they're going to let this warning expire or if they are going to continue it as it pushes off to the east at around 35 miles per hour. So Greenbrier, I know you're not in the tornado warning right now. However, you do want to keep monitoring this storm as it could pulse up again, and we may see another tornado warning issued after 8 o'clock. So just something to be aware of as we head into the next 5 to even 15 15 minutes. Otherwise, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning. Again, that does include Greenbrier, also Spring Hill as well. So you definitely want to heed that warning and stay inside and stay away from windows. And I know a lot of people want to be taking pictures of these storms and if there's hail falling, but please do that and be safe. You know, we love getting pictures from you, but we don't want to put you into harm's way.
No, and that's the biggest thing, folks. Like you said, they love to get outside, and it's great that people want to get that information out to help us, to help everyone else, but you don't want to ever put yourself or someone else in harm's way. So if you ever feel that you are in danger, you need to go back into your safe place immediately.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we're still under that tornado warning. Well, it's 8 o'clock right now.
And it does look like they've now extended that tornado warning.
It does.
We still haven't.
Can we pull up radar full screen, please? Thank you.
There has not been anything that's come out from the National Weather Service saying that they were going to extend that tornado warning. Yes, here it is. So the National Weather Service extended our tornado warning now until 8:30. So we are still watching that same system that was supposed to expire at 8 o'clock. We're now watching our new tornado warning until 8:30 this evening. We'll get information out to our folks right there. So there's our new tornado warning, 8:30 this evening. Once again, still for Faulkner and Conway counties. Areas like Greenbrier, Guy, Twin Groves, and Worcester are still included. Some of the cities that are included within this tornado warning now going again until 8:30 this evening. So we have now seen our tornado warning get extended past the 8 o'clock hour. So we'll stop our radar and try to get a storm track on this for our new tornado warning. Folks can get an idea of where this is going to be going and when it will be getting there. You can see Guy, you can see McGinty Town within this tornado warning as well. Probably around the Greenbrier area at just about 8:11. We're looking at Linder possibly at 8:13, and then Guy right around 8:17 tonight. So that is our newest tornado warning and some of our newest storm tracks within this new tornado warning. Still to the east of Arkansas Highway 285 as we zoom in and get a better idea. All right, so our new scan brings it in, now pushing into the Republican area, possibly seeing some of that heavy rainfall, possibly some hail as well. Right now in the Republican area, this moving just to our east. It was moving right around 20 to 25 miles an hour. We're still going to be watching for this tornado warning to push eastward. Right now, this cell is moving at 25 miles an hour, so it has not picked up or slowed down in speed at all since we've moved now towards Republican and then Greenbrier, again, McGinty Town, Arkansas 25, right around Arkansas, the junction with Arkansas 25 and US 65. We could possibly see some heavy rainfall moving into that area again very soon as well. So here is our radar velocity. Do want to show folks what we're looking at here in the Weather Center, and what this gives you is an idea of spin within our tornado warned storm, where we're seeing some of the strongest rotation at this point is right around possibly moving along Arkansas 285, maybe right around the junction of 285 and 225, and then that is moving also then to the east. So here is our newest tornado warning. Here, you want to give folks the update on that?
Sure. Now, this is the tornado warning for northwestern Faulkner County and east central Conway County. Again, this will go for until 8:30 this evening. Again, a severe thunderstorm still capable of producing a tornado located over, I believe it is Mallet Town, or 11 miles north of Conway. It's still moving east. It's kind of slowed down a little bit to around 25 miles per hour. However, we are getting some reports that weather spotters have reported a funnel cloud with this particular severe thunderstorm. So again, you definitely want to head to your safe zone if you are in the path of the storm. I know it looks very small. It looks very compact. There's no, real defined hook echo, but we are getting reports that weather spotters are reporting a funnel cloud. So just locations impacted: Greenbrier, Twin Groves, Springfield, Spring Hill, Holland, and Mallet Town. So here we go with the radar. I know Matt's at the wall right now. So we'll zoom in a little bit closer. I can even put a storm track on this.
Yeah, because with one of the newest scans that came in, it kind of shrunk our cell a little bit. So if we could put a new storm track on that, that would be great. Again, right now it's right around the Republican area, getting ready to cross US 65. And then this is also Arkansas 25. Right there, you can see Pinnacle Springs Road, Highway 285 East, all possibly getting ready to be hit with, at least for the most part, it looks to be some very heavy rain and the potential also for some larger hail. So this moving off about 25 miles an hour to the east-northeast. You can see Republican pretty much is already right in the thick of this. It's 804, and they're saying Republican, our radar saying 806 for Republican. But if you're in the Republican area, you needed to have been in your tornado shelter, in your safe place, about a half an hour ago, because you were within or just outside of the tornado warning the first time around. So Republican getting hit already with that heavy rain, the potential for some rotation, with that potential for a funnel, and then also, again, the larger hail. So looking for Guy just in about 5 minutes or so. Guy 810 for this cell to be getting into your area. And again, when this tornado warning was issued just about 5 minutes ago, Guy, you needed, folks in the Guy area, you needed to be getting into your safe place. Enders, we're looking to enter that area about 8:17, and then the equipment area right around 8:25. So as you kind of get an idea of where this is going, it's definitely in that east-northeastern pattern. You can see US 65 right now, right there in between Highway 285 East and then Arkansas 25. That's where we're seeing some of the heaviest rainfall, where we're also seeing it along West Republican Road. Republican is right, again, in the thick of this. As we get our new radar scan, this continues to move eastward. You can see our band of heaviest rainfall, also the potential probably there for, again, that hail to be coming down now, crossing US 65, getting even closer to Arkansas 25. Guy just off to the north and east of our cell right now, at least the main area of our severe thunderstorm, and there we'll be seeing it moving in just about 4 to maybe 5 minutes into the Guy area. Kira, do you have anything else for us? Again, this is a look at our velocity image.
NWS is not reporting anything on the chat site right now. However, they're just continuing that warning until 8:30 this evening. So we are going to be on air until this warning expires. And again, here's just a look at the radar velocity, Matt. Really not, again, it's just some broad rotation.
Yeah, that's really been the biggest theme with this, is that broad rotation. Now, we have seen from the National Weather Service office, they have said that spotters have seen a funnel. We've seen some pictures that have come in as well of the potential for maybe a lowering of the cloud base, maybe a rotating wall cloud, maybe even a funnel that's tried to form too. But every time we take a look at this on radar, we're really not seeing a ton of very tight rotation. We're not seeing one of those intense couplets like we usually see when we have a tornado warning. But with the spotters reporting that potential for a funnel, that's why the National Weather Service feels that it needs to continue this tornado warning, again, until 8:30 for just about another 23 minutes or so. So again, right, kind of in this general area, moving towards Greenbrier. Again, some of the Republican area was just in the thick of the very heavy rain and maybe even a little bit of hail and probably some very strong gusty winds too. And as you get closer to that lighter green, you can see almost like a yellow there on our inbound side of our velocity. We're starting to even see some of that light green down towards Spring Hill, again, right around US 65. So with this, we're seeing very strong wind gusts associated with these areas too. Kira, I like where you circled there. It looks like we could possibly see, again, a little bit of rotation there. Once again, up near the Greenbrier area too, that potential for what looks to be broad rotation. So again, this is what she and I are talking about. When we say broad, it's not a very condensed area. We're seeing multiple areas where we could possibly see a tornado or maybe a funnel spin up. So our tornado warning, again, still going until 8:30 this evening. It's 8:08 right now. So for about another 22 minutes or so, we're going to watch for this tornado warning to continue, because the National Weather Service office in Little Rock does feel that we could be looking for a potentially very dangerous situation. Kira, it looks like you've gotten some new information there for us.
Yeah, it looks like at 8:07, it looks like NWS has canceled the tornado warning for Conway and Faulkner counties.
All right, so that is some good news for us. That was I believe our lone tornado warning in the area right now. So we'll go back to our main view and see what we have going on. Was there any explanation on that on the chat, or did they just say we're going to decide to cancel it?
They said they were going to decide to cancel it.
All right, well, that is some good news for folks in the Republican area, Greenbrier, again, Guy, Enders, Barney, McGinty Town. These were all areas that were in that tornado warning, with which has now been expired, which is some good news. So as we give one more kind of brief overview, the Conway area, nothing happening there. The folks at Toad Suck Days, you are still dry. As we move a little bit further north, you can see in between Mountain Home and Mountain View some very strong cells that are there. So we're going to keep an eye on those. No rotation right now being associated with them. And again, the Little Rock Metro, we are dry as well.
All right, well, that's it for us here at the Arkansas Storm Team. And if we do have any other tornado warnings that pop up, we'll be the first to let you know. We're going to send it back to regular programming.